to another race day. This time we're gonna race in a Hueco. Yellow numbers, if you are familiar with the Hueco, yellow numbers are for 4-5 category. But this is not a 4-5, guys. We're racing like pros today on this race. We average almost 27 miles an hour. We have a lot of power, and we got a couple of teams here: tactics, attacks, fast, speed, and everything in between. And when I say everything in between, it's because we even have one car in like this corner over here that we turn in left, which is a second corner. All close to the end, we got one car that was coming forward at us, and that was a scary moment. Also, in this next lap that you're gonna see, we have two guys that for some reason they decide to turn left on this one here, which it has a bunch of cones, which is showing that it's not the way to go. But I guess that they were not at the front and they decide to go to the front and make a left. Luckily enough, they were far enough from us that no one crashed them, because it's not the first time that someone turned left in that middle road, thinking that that's what they need to go, and then everyone else is coming forward at full speed, and then they just. But this is pretty much like a pro race right here. 27 miles an hour average, pretty fast race. It was won by a breakaway in like 2 laps ago. There was a break, and no one from the peloton couldn't catch it. So we have some water on the floor. We have a few teammates today here. Pretty good attendance from the water racing team today. As a matter of fact, congratulations to Justin Bolt for winning the pro race in a solo break. He raced after us. Well, the ladies race after us, and then the pro 1 to 3 race, and he won out of a break. He jumped in the last lap, and he was able to hold the speed and came solo to the finish line. That was pretty awesome, because we have a lot of racers from our team, and we were looking for something. We were looking for some podiums, but we were not expecting a perfect podium like that. So here we are the Waldo team, racing with a black and red jersey and black bibs. So you're gonna see a lot of us. Like right now, you're looking at 773, and the one next to it, that's my buddy Ivan. You guys probably know Ivan from helping me with the videos as well, and recording sometimes on his camera, and also because he has been pretty active. We have Nick, we have Sonic, we have Tony, we have Eugene. We have so many riders here. Eugene is doubling up. He did the 50 plus, and now he's doing the. So I'm doing a little chat here with 776, which is something that we saw at the front. We both agree that it was not the right thing to do, and we're just talking, learning, and at the same time, just talking. We also want a special congratulations to our teammate Williams, which is in front of me right here, in between both of the riders. Williams' first race after his first ever race. He's one of those guys that does really well on the ride, but never pinned a number before, and he's his first race ever. So William, you're not a virgin anymore. Congratulations. He had a flat 2 laps to go, but he was doing awesome. And the good thing is that he had fun, and he's asking already when it's going to be the next race. So that's a good thing. So big group, big peloton. This was the finale of the race, guys. That's why um, I guess that's why everyone was protecting their sprinters and whoever they have in the team. Here's Nick at the front. Um, so since everyone is protecting their the designated the person um, with points, this race was furious, but it was pretty consistent. There was not any sketchy, crazy move around, so it was pretty professional race. I have to say, I really like it, and I know a couple of people um, that I talked with after the race that they have the same um, feeling that I had. So breaks going away, chasing those breaks all the time, people attacking. There was a lot of power, a lot of power. I like when the races are like that. When the race is like strong out and breakaways goes and the adrenaline inside you get kicks in and that's it. You just wanna you feel part of something. Today was not my day. I don't know, and this is a question that I have for you guys. If you do you have like often bad days on the bicycle, or do you have how do you recover from those bad days? Because in my case, um, it's getting a little harder. I think the older that you get, it's getting a little harder to recover. Um, so here we got Sonny and Nick going forward pretty fast and taking the corner. But oh, we got Dennis here in front of me too. There was a big group of us. I was really motivated for that, and we were all flying. But getting back to that question, if you have an answer like what is your uh, recovery time when you feel, because I think that we all have those moments where you feel your legs is you are okay, you're not sick, but your body and legs are tired. Um, in my case, after taking a week of vacation, I feel that so hard for me to move. Like I know that I can do better, but that was pretty much the best of me. Like uh, we are soccer all the time, pretty much. Most of the time, I was looking back. I'm like, oops, I'm the last one, or close to be the last one. So I was fighting to not be the last one because in a group of cyclists, especially in a race, the further back you are, your odds of being involved in a crash or an accident or something are bigger. Besides, you're missing all the action. There is a lot of action at the front that you're not able to see because you're just right there. So if you feel strong enough to go to the front in a race, by all means, do it. You're not gonna regret it. There is times that you should be in the back and recover because I'm wasting less energy right here for sure. Still, my average power for the hour was over 200 watts, like 212, even though that I was here in the back, sucking wheels pretty much all the time. But yeah, how do you deal with fatigue? Uh, do you try to prevent that before it happens? For sure, but what happens if you get to that point where your fatigue is where you can feel it? Do you take a couple of days off out of the bike, or you just keep rolling and get better? Because this didn't happen to me before that often. So maybe you got an advice for me or somebody else that is watching. Oh, right there, that what just happened was that there was a little sketchy move in the corner, so I opened wide, and when I open it wide a little, I'm looking at this pothole with water that I don't know if it's just water or something else, and I have to straight the bike and go over it before turning, and that took me out of commission for a little. So I'm looking at the back camera right now. I'm pretty much the last one. I didn't even notice at that point. The so getting back for talking about the pro level versus the 4.5 today. Uh, the pro did 27 some. It was not even a mile over what we did. The pro field was probably a little bigger than our field. So if you're thinking in coming, well, there was even a person here in the that is in front of me on the right. That at the end of the race he passed by me. He says, "Oh, this was a fast one." It was a fast one indeed. There, even though that you look at everyone right here, like kind of like open wide, there is a break at the front, and then when someone decides to chase a break, everyone else decides the same, and then you're gonna see pretty soon like everyone start getting like together. But we were so many that sometimes you can see this open wide, but the speed is still 30 miles an hour. It's not that for the ones in the back like myself right now, I'm kind of like a easy pace because I have all the draft from the wide open full of riders. But at the same, it's not. That guy had a flat, uh, so he lost his chance right there because in a Hueco, they announced at the beginning of the race that there was not a free lap. Um, this kid over here with the bright green BNC is pretty fast. And it's pretty like if you're racing on this category in Miami and you're watching that video, that kid is gonna be a star of the future. And right now, he's a good contender for a breakaway. Or I'm saying kid because he looks like a kid. He could be more than a kid, but he looks like a kid. And but he's pretty strong. So, and with that helmet and bicycle, it's easy to spot. So if you're trying to make a breakaway on that 4-5 category, and you want to try, he would be a good one to go with. So he's probably chilling out, waiting for doing an attack or something. That's why he's in the back. Sorry. So yeah, we did 21 miles on this race. Race of Strava always give you like a different numbers. I don't know if it happens in your case as well, but it's not the same numbers that I got from my Garmin. They're pretty close, but not the same. Like my Garmin says that it's over 200 watts. Strava says 190 something. Who cares? Who's watching watts? We don't watch watts. Yeah, right. But yeah, we have some water. This water on the road has been because in Miami it was crazy raining for the last week, and the week before so crazy that people couldn't even go to work because of the flooding, and it was just 1 week. So we still got some little rain here and there, but it was safe. It was pretty safe. Um, and the peloton was moving in a safe way too, so it was not sketchy that people were going towards the water until the last moment. So I'm just watching the race as we go here, guys, and I'm watching that the kid is just like a couple of wheels behind. I don't know if he's just doing some extra training by being in the back and safe like that, or if he was just distracted or something. But yeah, there was a lot of people on the race. Everyone is super strong. So you have really skinny young kids in the 4.5s that they are super quick and fast, and you have muscle people that they can sprint and put a powerful watts. So this was a breakaway win which it hasn't happened in a while on a Hueco, because pretty much on a Hueco it's so fast and it's so easy to turn that whoever goes to the front get chased, and it's super hard to get away, but it happens today. So congratulations for those people that made it happen. That was pretty good. So I remember that the whole entire race, I was kind of like in the back here, so it's not gonna be a lot of action, guys, this time. Sorry about that, but that entire race, I was suffering. I'm like, what's going on? I do more power than this, and my heart rate was a little high, and I'm not sick at all. I'm just tired from being out of the bike for a couple of days. But you know that you have that in mentality that you're good, but you're actually not. So when you start racing and everyone is hungry for winning and going fast, it's when you say, "Oh, I'm not good as I thought." This guy over here, I thought he was gonna lose his number. He probably was losing some power over there with that number like that. So next race is gonna be, I think it's at the end of July on a Hueco, but then we have a few other races. We have choices, guys. So if you're in Southwest Florida or Southeast Florida, we have Tampa. I don't know if you guys know about Tampa race, but we have a Tampa race. It's pretty awesome. It's a training race. It's not actually a race. It's not sanctioned, but the entry fee is pretty acceptable, and the quality of the ride is amazing. So I will encourage you to, if you want to try something different, Tampa is a good one. They're gonna do the first race Sunday, the 7th of July. So, and I think that if I'm not mistaken, on the 15th of July we have another race on Broward Park, Central Park, which is one of the best ones, including the Hueco. It's pretty easy and safe um, for the riders. So hopefully, if you're around, you can make it, because it's always good to race with strong people and friendly people. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump for some music, because I don't want to bother you with me talking all the time. But this was a pretty good race, pretty good end of the race and of the series. And my buddy Harami, you here with a 693. You did awesome in this race, man. I didn't check the overall standing, but I'm sure that you are one of the top guys over here for sure. So Ivan in the front right here. Ivan had a plan. We couldn't execute it the way we wanted, because sometimes you need more than power. You need luck and a lot of things. Um, so, but if you look ahead, I'm trying to move forward just a little bit, because I'm kind of like a little recovered from being in the back, and I'm trying to move forward, and I can. It's kind of like a single file, and the line is so, look at that, they're already turning. So many people in this race that there's pretty much, and there is no chance, because there is no way. When they slow down enough, they take the whole street, so you have no way to move. So pretty much you get stuck with the position that you are, or close to the position that you are, if you're not. Or then you have to make like a big effort to be able to go to the front. Is Ivan. Ivan is doing amazing, guys. I keep saying that because I've seen the progress from Ivan, from being a regular okay rider to being a really competitive cyclist like he is right now. And he already got one podium, and he's gonna go for more, and I'm sure that he will get it soon. So what is a podium for a person? Have you ever asked, are you that person that I'm just gonna throw this out before I put the music because it came to my mind. Are you that person that always get a podium? How does it feel for you to always get a podium? Is that part of something that when you wake up and says, oh, okay, I'm gonna go and race today? Maybe not. No, yeah, I'm gonna go. Let me go and get a podium today. Are you that guy? How does it feel when you jump in the podium? Or are you that person that is dreaming and he has been dreaming to get a podium? Which one are you? And let me tell you, you could be any of four. It's okay. You are a winner, guys. Because pimping a number on your back and going and racing and the level that we race, you are a winner. You don't have to jump in a podium. I was, and this is my own experience, I was so desperate to get a podium because I was thinking in my mind that getting a podium is important. Because for me, getting a podium was like a dream. I want to be in a podium. I want every single friend of mine, and I want my family and everyone else um, to see that I'm capable of go to a race like this and jump and win, or be part of the winning crew, which is the one that is in the podium. But I was mistaken. My first podium, when I jump in and I took the picture, was nothing different from any other race that I haven't get podium, because the satisfaction and the happiness of being with my friends and the people that I know and the guys that I raced with was the same. It was not different. It was just a moment that, oh wow, I got a podium. But other than that, I was the same happy that when I don't get a podium. So it's not, that's why pretty much when I race, at the end of the race, if I'm not a contender, like if it's not a breakaway where I can be a contender, I would not jump on the sprinters line, because I'd rather finish happy and go and race again another day. And this is something that you uh, can make your own decision, but it's pretty easy, guys. If you don't have a powerful sprint, which nowadays you can pretty easy manage, if you don't have a sprint that will put you at 40 miles an hour with no wind, because you're doing 1400 watts or 1200 watts depending on your weight, if you're not putting those watts and that speed, you're not going to be a contender. So why do you bother on the front? The only thing that you're doing is putting yourself at risk. Just think on that. If you're not doing 40 miles an hour or 37 miles an hour on a sprint, do it yourself. Just go on the road, sprint, see your power meter. If your power meter is not 1200, 1300, I want to see if any of the guys here in this race, or the pro level or the master level, I want to see anyone winning with a 900 watts. Not out of the breakaway, out of a whole group sprinting at the same time. It's not gonna happen. So if you don't have that powerful kick on the sprint, if trying to be a contender for the sprint is just a risk. So practice other things. Don't wait to the last lap. Attack 3 laps to go or 2 laps to go. Be in a breakaway. And maybe out of that breakaway, you are the most powerful one because you're the one that are less tired. Or maybe you can surprise a breakaway and go solo, like Justin did on the pro level, and he was able to win. But keep that in mind, guys. I know that everyone wants the last lap, and when you hear that bell lap, you are like crazy forward because this is the last lap and I'm gonna give it all. What is giving it all? Is that enough to be a contender, or not? If it's not, just stay away from the sprinter. You're gonna be safer like that. and you're gonna make them safer too. This is just my advice. You don't have to take it. That's what I do. That's why you're gonna see, um, even in this race, especially in this race where I didn't feel good, you're gonna see a lot of my like the last 2 laps I didn't even bother to go to the front because what's the point? I don't feel good and I don't have a 1500 uh, sprint watts for the sprint, so what's the point? So I'm gonna let you keep watching the video. I'm gonna put some music. I hope that you didn't get bored for me talking all this blah blah blah, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. And if you're watching these videos but you are out of town or you are from a different town that you may never make it to Miami or Southwest, uh, go and race your bike, man, or ladies, because that's gonna give you so much freedom, and it's gonna help a lot with your life duties, because it takes all the stress out of you, and you release all that anger with your legs, which is amazing. My body had a mirror over here. I had to make a hard break because of the guy in the front, but that's okay. That's something that we can manage. Alrighty, let me get that music rolling. Hopefully you didn't get to sleep yet. guys. Thank you very much for watching. Um, this is another race that we did at Hueco. We're trying to record every single race that we do and rides and everything because this would help us with experience and anyone that wants to learn or just want to watch or whatever is available. Especially sometimes you only watch the last um, race, but in my case, sometimes I just go back and watch a race that I did a year ago, and it feels so emotional and funny at the same time because there's so many things that change. Like if you go to back one of the videos that I did in 2018, and you just want to compare the bikes that you see at that time where everyone was rim brakes, and now 90% of the group is disc brakes, and so many different bikes and styles and uniform and colors, and it's amazing. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and for sure see you in the next one.